try to go over what's going on today? What this mode is for everybody?
Yeah. So basically, you have two racers. They're gonna be guided by two pilots who have the access to the spoiler log.
Yep.
And so the pilots will be able to guide the racers to items, essential items, try to complete the race as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. So I think we might have had a little comm glitch there. I'm not sure what got hurt and what didn't. I'm just gonna jump in here. So it is a week 4 ALTTPR league race. It is the spoiler key sanity, and as Lucian was just explaining, it is one runner has the spoiler log. One runner is playing. You get to talk to each other, and well, we'll see what they do. Both runners are opting for a very quick houlihan here. I guess it is really important to give your spoiler reader, your pilot, a little bit of time to read this log. The pilot does not have any additional time whatsoever to actually read this, so they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, as soon as the race is live, it is completely open. They're processing this information real time, just as the racers are.
Yeah, I heard Lucian, you just did one of these. Were you the runner or the pilot?
I was the runner.
Okay, because I can tell you as someone who's been a pilot a few times here, it's rough. Like this early time, you're looking at there's 216 item locations in the game. You're trying to pick out where you want your runner to go. It is a lot to read in like 30 seconds.
Also, I should have that audio thing fixed now.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody is in line with what's going on. Everybody understands, just because of the slight technical issue with what you all heard to our viewers. If you do have any questions about what's going on, please let us know in chat. At least one of us will have an eye on chat. We will. What is going on with Maniacal? Cannot find a bomb.
That is some rough luck.
Oh, there's a bomb. Wow.
Third time's a charm?
Like, you know, with this bad luck, I'd almost just say just go in a bomb hut. Just, like, get a bomb out of bomb hut and get it. These runners... Oh, there is a glove-off uncle picked up by Fred. That's kind of important. So that's definitely something to discuss. Quick thing as our runners do some initial checks, some stuff that may or may not be important. So I actually do have to mention, like, our runners are picking up Bombos and Ether. We as comms also do not have a copy of the spoiler log. We actually do not know what these runners are looking for. Those may be important. They may need them. It could just be that the runners are accidentally picking these up along the way while their pilot is actually reading the spoiler log.
Yeah, when I was racing, you know, while your pilot is processing information, you just take some time, do a couple complimentary checks along the way, see if you can find something worthwhile.
Yeah, do some easy, basic checks. May as well get them. Like, they're not really out of the way. Let's get these while my pilot is reading the spoiler log and trying to figure out where to go. We found all of the medallions so far.
It is open season on Turtle Rock and Measure.
Oh, we actually have them marked? How did we get that?
I do not know.
We do have. Okay, I do. There is our tracker does have a copy of the log, and I do see the copy of the log. We do have a copy of the log if for that purpose. We will not be talking about things that they really haven't seen or haven't done. And we're, as commentators, we're going to try to do this as blind as possible to be like you, the viewer.
Exactly. We're experiencing this at the same time as everyone else.
I do want to mention that these two teams, this is a really, really interesting race. Slapshotfred, our left runner here, is 2 wins, 0 losses, has not lost a race yet. Maniacal is 3 wins, 0 losses, but even more so, Maniacal's team is 7-0. Maniacal's team has not lost a race. So can you imagine the pressure on a runner here that their team hasn't lost a race yet? How do you feel, Lucian? If you were the runner, you just ran a race today. How do you feel if you're running a race and your team hasn't lost a race yet?
It's similar in sports. Sometimes you go on the streak, the pressure mounts, and sometimes people thrive under the pressure. Sometimes people break. Someone's gonna break. It's 2 undefeated teams. One's gonna go home with a win.
It's definitely not 2 undefeated teams. I just want to be clear here. Slapshotfred is 2-0. Their team, or his team. Yeah, his team is not.
Oh, okay,
his
I
team
misunderstood.
has lost a few, but both runners have a perfect record. But the big thing for me is on Maniacal's side is the fact that as a team, they haven't lost yet.
Understood. Yeah, sorry, that's my fault. Yeah,
No,
but I mean,
no
same thing. Yeah, sometimes the pressure mounts. The more wins you put up in a row, we'll see how they work under the pressure.
For sure. So we got a lot of interesting items. So let's talk about these. We got the bottle, makes it easy sick check. We've got pretty much all the medallions between our 2 runners. We did find lamp. I'm not quite sure where that happened. We were talking about some of the extra information when we found that.
I believe that was the race game that had the lamp.
Race game. So that's interesting. Both runners picked that up. Ooh, nice bow. And
Yeah,
look at this. Look at the slap shot is going to avoid the left chest here. Yep. Fred not taking that chest. Pilot, so this is a good example. The pilot said don't pick the center left chest. It has nothing. It's probably like a single rupee or something. Or arrows. And he doesn't need them, so his pilot has said don't do it.
Yeah, and that's good coordination between the racer and the pilot to go into a place like Mini Moldorm and know exactly which chest you want to pick ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, if your runner your pilots had 7 minutes with a spoiler log, I feel like that much in. Sometimes you just say, there's something important there. Just get it. Just get all the items, and we'll get to it after.
Racers meeting up in Saha's closet, both getting Titan's mitts.
You know, we haven't mentioned it. Do you want to go over what the words key sanity actually mean?
Yes, so usually in a regular randomizer, the keys are locked inside the dungeons like you would in the regular Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. But in Key Sanity mode, the keys are taken out of the dungeons and mixed into the general item pool in the rest of the world.
Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of key items we're going to be looking for. There are a few key things that you want to look for that don't always come up on a regular basis. Things like the single swamp key can be super important, but it is a pendant, so we're not going to necessarily need that until something stupid is on Argus. I apologize to the runners if I curse that. But so I guess something to talk about. Turtle Rock, Swamp, and Eastern are our pendants. Eastern being a pendant doesn't really matter. We already have a bow, and we have a runner in Eastern, so Maniacal must be looking for something, right? His pilot must be giving him some information. Ah, there's the big key to Thieves Town.
Yep, that looks like the prize.
Well, I mean, it's a required item.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely some interesting things here. I do want to shout out that Maniacal's pilot is his teammate, Maximum Barnage, and Slapshotfred's teammate today is Little Miss Arcade. Just to give them a little bit of a shout out as part of our running team here. They are the voice in the ear of all of our runners.
That was a nice hammer pickup in the brewery in Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, so this is a good example, though. You look at Slapshotfred, 5 hearts. 5 hearts in Dark World. Like, man, That's not what you want, but this is what you get out of a spoiler race. Your pilot's not going to go tell you where to get the piece of heart or something else. Your pilot's going to tell you where to go get the key items and hope that you can find some hearts along the way or might be able to guide you to some hearts along. There's got to be something here. Where are we going with Slapshotfred?
So he's not checking out King's Tomb.
No,
Maybe
we don't
go
have
graveyard
boots. So it's
ledge,
got to
yeah.
be a... Yeah, it's got to be a graveyard ledge.
And yeah, you were talking about the minimal hearts. I can speak from experience. My race just earlier.
That was weird. Sorry, we had a little bit of a lag there. We're okay, but that confused me for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's a silver arrow. Graveyard
silvers.
ledge. Early
Yeah.
silvers always nice.
Yeah, I'll go out of my way for that. Like, early, especially this early. You haven't defeated a single boss. Those arrows in dungeons and bosses can help so much.
Especially
When
against
they're
a boss
this-
like, especially a boss like Vitreous.
Vidi's available. I mean, it'll be nice against Helmasaur. Depending on our runners, it could be very nice against Lanmo as well. But overall, it'll speed up all those bosses plus the climb. It's just nice overall. We got someone in chat. Silver, is this early? Yes, it is. Spoiler. We do have pilot. It's not just spoiler, it is pilot. So we do have a second runner in the ear of every single runner, telling them exactly where to go in every moment. Catfish must have something, because there's no way that Slapshotfred is going up here without knowing it's something.
Yeah, no one likes Catfish. No one voluntarily visits him unless they have
Not
to.
a spoiler. Okay, so there's something on Bumper Ledge. Yes. Last week, if you were watching the league last week, we did have Spoiler Boots week? Wow. Casual Boots week. I apologize to our viewers. It is not the same now.
Boots is
Spoiler alert.
it's another location to do nothing else.
Yeah. Hey, we'll tell you where the boots are. You figure out the rest. There actually is a mode where like Uncle hints where your boots are. I'm blanking on what the name is, but it does exist.
What is that? I think Ambrosia, I think is what it's called.
Does Ambrosia give that hit? Ambrosia has other effects too, but it could be Ambrosia does have that. Yeah, our tracker confirming that, and our restreamer. So thank you everybody for confirming that. Ambrosia does give a hint, but that is not the mode we're playing today. So we're really just like making it through the scene. This is one of the really interesting things to me is that not a single one of these runners has actually gone through a dungeon yet.
That's sometimes you get the there's a flute up on the bumper ledge. So definitely
Oh no! Slapshotfred!
the murder dactyl.
Oh, we got a fairy. We're okay. So this is why a lot of runners like picking up that sign. That sign right beside where Fred is pretty good to hit that murder dactyl for. I don't actually know the name of the enemy. I just know it is a murder dactyl because it is that annoying. That sign will kill it in one hit, so a lot of runners will opt to pick that up. Yeah, there is a little bit of magic in there to answer a question from chat, but you've already seen that by the time I've said this.
That's actually good to know about that signpost. I never I'll try that. I'll use that in the future.
Yeah, pick up the signpost. If you throw it south right at the right moment, it will one-shot the murder dactyl, and that's the only one that'll come at you. And it will actually get you through that, instantly killing the bird and getting you to the ledge. When you get back out, that's a completely different problem.
Yeah, murder dactyls show no mercy.
No. But yeah, no, definitely, if you're a newer runner, there's a few things that you can pick up that'll really help you. Pick up that sign. It will... Oh, we got our first sword.
First sword. Best sword.
We're being told by somebody in chat it's called a dacto. I don't know enough to know if that's correct or not so. We'll go with that, but it is definitely colloquial. Wow, I'm having an issue with that word today, but it is definitely called by most of our community as a murderdactyl because it kills us a lot.
What is it? Three hearts of damage, 4 hearts of damage with green mail?
A lot. Let's just say a lot, and it's killed more runners more times than most enemies in the game.
Yeah, somewhere along the way, crabs in South Shore and murderdactyls were just like the hot enemy in the Nintendo offices.
Yeah, those crabs are annoying and they're random, but those murderdactyls just like don't give up. They just fly at you until they absolutely don't have a choice, and I've just that murderdactyl, a few of them. The one near Myers really bad too, and I think has killed a lot of people too. Oh, yep. Our tracker, Professor Pixie. Thank you again. Got to thank our tracker. But mentioning those crickets, the Dark World mice in Thieves Town. Yeah, those get a lot of runners too. And we got Hookshot though.
Yep, Hookshot on Lake Island.
Yeah, let's bring it back to a little bit of our runners here. We got to talk about our runners every once in a while. It's spoiler. Our runners know exactly where they're going. It's hard to talk about it because they know where they're going. We gotta wait for them to find their next item. But that hookshot is definitely an important item. That's another. There have been a few items in this particular race so far. Catfish, Hialeah Island, a bunch of these locations you wouldn't want to go to. I feel like our runners may be happy this is spoiler.
Yeah, definitely, because the mandatory visit to Catfish has hoodwinked a lot of players over the years.
Catfish for Cape to go to Bumper Ledge is an annoying line. Hialeah Island has Hookshot. Like, as a runner, you gotta be seeing this going, oh, thank God I have a pilot. Like, man, I would not be happy with this seed. Those are... Catfish is a location most people miss. Graveyard Ledge had silvers. It's a location. A lot of runners pick either Graveyard Ledge or Catfish as a last location item. Those would both be bad this season. We're getting a pod check.
Yep, maybe we'll see our first dungeon clear. Well, no, they don't have the keys for it. Never mind.
Oh no, we don't. Well, hold on. If we know that there's nothing else in pod, we can complete pod. Go bow side and just go straight to the back. We can finish it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We can do this, but this is assuming that we know there's absolutely... Oh no, Big Key. Okay. Chat's helping me out here. I'm... wrong. We had about 3 different people tell me that Fred's missing the big... Hold on. What if Big Key is here on right side? You're all giving me trouble here, but what if Big Key is here on right side? It is possible.
You're gonna look like a savant if you make that prediction.
Ooh, we're having some misses here. This is do not miss this, Fred. You got 1 shot left. Okay, we made it, and the duck is alive on Maniacal's side. I don't know, Lucian, did you see if Fred activated that flute? I don't remember.
That's a good question. I don't recall.
Whoa, hold on. Fred just found a small key to this dungeon in pod. We're gonna keep going here. We got 2 small keys now.
Definitely most likely make a play back to the Dark Maze area or the basement.
There's got to be something in here. Like, Fred was so far out of his way to get that small key. There's got to be something here in Vanilla Big Key. Oh yeah, we're on here already. There's something in this chest right here. Big Key to pod.
It's a big key. But it's 1 year there.
That would have been really fun if that was a pod Big Key. And Fred just went to finish the dungeon. I was looking forward to that. That's not what we saw, but that's okay. We are getting the... this is the big key to Thieves Town, I think, right? Oh, hold on. We're getting Harapot.
Yep.
Very nice. Very quick on Maniacal side.
With the Harapot, you can bypass the need for the big key for Tower of Hera and go straight to Moldorm.
That's really nice in a spoiler race where you know what's in the big chest, and your pilot can be like, yeah, there's nothing else in this dungeon, just skip the entire thing, go defeat the Moldorm. Here it is. Here's our first boss fight. We are at 20 minutes, our first boss fight, Fighter Sword Hammer, Moldorm.
And no mercy to Moldorm.
That was kind of disappointing as the first fight, but very well done by Maniacal.
And Moldorm's one of those bosses that rarely kills players, but it has caused no shortage of grief over the years.
There is a reason that Moldorm is nicknamed Trolldorm, because Moldorm likes not... Ooh, hold on, what's going on here? We're seeing a... No? Whoa, what is Fred doing?
Looks like maybe he's getting an arrow refill, possibly? Yep, that's it.
Yeah, but why? What are we doing? There must be a reason for this. There's got to be a plan here, but...
Mizumire looks like it's open with the big key. Might be making a play the Vitreous.
Wow. That is an early video play, but it makes sense. Yeah, we're getting the activation of... Oh, wait, we don't have the big key. Oh, yeah, we do. Never mind. I lied. I saw the wrong thing. Please ignore. No smalls. We have a big and no smalls. I read it the wrong way around. We're okay. We don't need smalls for Meyer. We can finish this. I'm going to assume that probably means there's nothing else in here. It could mean that Fred's pilot is informing him just to go in here. Whoa, what's going on here?
I'll say 5-heart Mizumire makes me feel bad.
Yeah, we're going into the shed first. Fred went into Meyer, and then his pilot said, whoa, get back out of here. Get back into the shed. Oh, that's an important key.
All right, probably looping in Desert Palace with Mizumire play.
Oh! How is Fred going to get into Meyer?
That's a good question.
We're missing both boots and a hook shot. That's not going to work. One of them just realized that. You know, sometimes as a pilot, you're like, hey, you can finish this dungeon, go ahead. And you're trying to watch your teammates stream, and eventually your teammate's like, but how am I going to get across this pit? And then the pilot goes, oh, yeah, I forgot to get you that. Hold on, let's go back. It's definitely something that happens quite a bit. I'm sure Lucien can talk about giving his pilot some shit about, well, I don't have that yet.
Yeah, that's yeah. There's the occasional miscommunication between pilot and racer. It happens.
It definitely does, and it's yeah, that moment as a pilot where you're going, wait, oh crap, you don't have that key. Go finish this dungeon. You can finish it right now. It's a crystal. Let me think about how the heck I'm gonna get you to where I need you to be. So this is a good option though. We had all of the items to complete this crystal dungeon. You take a quick look as a pilot. You say, there's nothing else in here. Just go finish it. Give me 2 minutes to actually read this log. Wow, that is a really nice Landmo fight from Fred.
Yep, nice one cycle.
Already on flute before finishing. Very well done. Very, very, very well done. Meanwhile, we do have Maniacal in Skullwoods. Use the left drop down, obviously trying to avoid some key usage here. Picking up the mail.
Blue
Always
mail is
nice to
always
have
nice.
blue mail.
That little extra protection never hurt anyone, obviously.
Yeah. No matter how good you are at this game, that extra mail is nice. Red mail can make it very hard to do death warps. Blue mail, always nice just to have a little bit of that. Ooh, maniacal not getting the clip through the rail there. That is a really, really finicky clip.
I didn't even know it existed until this very moment.
Oh yeah, you can clip right through the spike and you can hookshot through it to the block. But you need to be standing on the exact right pixel for that. It's quite finicky. It's personally not what I've learned yet. It is a really cool clip, though. And there's hookshot for Fred, as Maniacal has just picked up his sword. And looks like we are... Okay, Maniacal. Are we going into Ice Palace this time?
Looks like
Oh,
it.
look at that! We got some sync.
High five.
Oh, they're in the same. They're going to be in the same room for a second there. Yeah, as one of our viewers says, that clip does not save a lot of time. It is a really cool clip. It is a really cool clip. You get through there. It's if you're a new runner to this game, please do not worry about that. Do not focus on that. That is not one of the first clips you should learn. But it is a cool thing to learn down the road.
Yeah, I can confirm. I've been at this since about May or June, since whenever the mentor tournament started. I've been racing for a few months for that. I didn't know it existed until this very moment.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's half magic. That's definitely helpful.
This is the dungeon for it.
Definitely. Yeah, this is the dungeon for it. So, the big problem is this dungeon's very easy to get to the boss and accidentally not have enough magic to finish it. I am definitely not talking from personal experience. Please don't look at my VODs. But yeah, it's really easy to get to the boss here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be setting up for a commonly used trick called Icebreaker.
You want to explain that a little bit? As Fred gets through it so fast that you can't.
Yeah, so I don't know the technical details, but I know it involves once you enter the door of that room that Fred was just in, you move one pixel to the left, so you're just inside the doorway. You hold down right, so you're just basically walking. You're trying to walk down, but you're stuck inside that pixel. And then you lay a Mario block down, and you pause, and you see Michael doing right now.
I think the best way to define... Wow, that was good. Both our runners did it very quickly. Our restreamer, Kono, definitely has the best description of that. It's magic with door hitboxes. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's way better than what I was doing.
No. You had a great definition there, Lucian. Like, you had a good you explained what it was. You explained how it works. It is a hitbox extension of the door. You get to walk through a wall with Canis Mario. But, yeah.
And that's a relatively recent trick, too. Was it 2019, I think it was discovered?
It's relatively new. It's a few years, so it's probably just before I started playing. So that sounds about right. So, mentioned by chat, Fred lost his fairy earlier. So we've got Fighter Sword, Hammer, 5 Heart, Green Mail, Cold Stare. This is gonna be iffy.
Yeah, living on the edge.
Maniacal is gonna come into this with a lot more safeties. We've got blue mail, we've got a few extra hearts, and this don't take this as just a general rule, but in general, blue mail will about double your health. It's not on every enemy. There's a whole bunch of caveats. Don't take that as a general, but approximately you get about double health.
Maybe you know something I don't. I'm noticing that Fred isn't using the fire rod to fight Cold Stare. Is there something behind that?
You know, we got a death, but we have fairy over there still. The fire rod might be Fred might just be waiting. I'm not sure. One heart, I'd start using it. Wait, no Fire Rod on Tracker. We don't have Fire Rod, that's why.
Yeah, I guess I can't use Fire Rod, doesn't exist.
It would be very hard to use it without having it. That would be the rule. So there is one little trick. Neither runner is using this. But a big thing if you're a newer runner to this game. Oh, you just saw the maniacal side. Watch what maniacal is doing. If you hug the top of the top, ooh, we're getting hit. Watch what happens. Sometimes the puff disappears and it doesn't split. If you are right along the top wall, the puff that drops from the ceiling will not split into multiple attacks, and you can just avoid it itself. Very, very good strat if you do not have a good sword or a good weapon for this fight.
Oh, and Fred pulls off the risky win against Cold Stare.
Yeah, but look at what happened. Maniacal used some of those top end strats. Stay by the top wall, try not to get hit. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about the splits. Don't worry about the health because, of course, he has blue mail. Maniacal has actually entered the fight later and finished it first.
Yeah, but sometimes those top tier strategies are the difference between finishing just a few seconds sooner.
Yeah, that really stand by the top wall in Ice Palace is a big thing that a lot of runners use when you're in there in a low percent. It helps because you don't have to worry about those random hits. You take less damage and you can take some hits from the puffs as a result.
Alright, so it looks like Fred is heading over to the East Death Mountain. Must be something nice over there.
Yeah, I do have to say, Fred did a really good job of playing it safe. He knew he got the one heart. He did a very, very good job of making sure he didn't die. Because dying in that scenario is going to take so much more time than anything else.
Yeah, dying in the Cold Stare is one of the most painful bosses to have to backtrack to.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Swamp on Maniacal side.
I'm guessing. Oh, never mind. I didn't see the key on the tracker. Okay.
Yeah, some people are talking about how long it takes to get back to Cold Stare. I definitely say Trinex is definitely another one of those. You don't want to make that walk twice. Surprisingly blind. Well, I guess blind because you don't have to do the whole thing. If you die with a maiden, it's bad. Once you actually get blind into his fight, it's not too bad.
No, and I'm
but
definitely
if you have to do something like big chest, it's pretty dang bad.
And I'm not speaking from experience from just a few hours ago, but dying on the way to Vitreous, not even the Vitreous himself, that's also painful.
Yeah, that's how I lost my week 3 race.
I got boxed in by the Incy Fairy and the Fire Snake.
Oh, that room. That's a bad place to die, yeah. For sure. Definitely do. We are giving a second. We got some. I'm not sure what to look at here on both runners' side. We must be looking for something. Small Key, Turtle Rock. Fred must be looking for something here.
It's like something goes in the Hookshot Cave. There's the Swamp House key. I guess. How far back did Maniacal check that?
What did Maniacal get?
Slapshotfred just picked up the Swamp House small key in Hookshot Cave.
There must be something back here where well, it makes sense. Maniacal's back here for a reason, right?
Yeah, there must be something on Argus or the waterfall chest coming up.
Yeah, there's got to be something all the way back here.
A very nice diver down by Maniacal. Ooh, Castle Tower. Oh no. Oh boy.
No.
It's time.
Is that required? Oh no. There's something on Aga Ledge. There's something on Lumberjack Ledge, chat.
Oh, now, was that just the first key or is that the second key?
Does it matter? Maniacal went so far out of his way for that key. That means there is something on. Oh wait, hold on. It could not. It could be. Maybe not be. Maybe there's just something in the second chest.
Let's
It
cross
could
our
be in
fingers.
Dark Maze. It could be there's something in Dark Maze. Oh yeah, Maniacal is looking for something in Dark Maze. There's no way he goes and does this right now unless the item required is in Dark Maze.
I'm really curious to see what's gonna come up here. We're heading to Aga. Or no, wait, there's more chests. Never mind.
I'm sorry, I just checked what the item was. Okay. It is this. It is the dark. It is. We are looking for the big key of pod.
All right, everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. No Aga this time.
No, unfortunately not. I haven't checked. To be clear, I have not checked it. I don't know what it is, but I assume at this point, the fact that we've done this probably means it's not anything important.
Yeah, poor Aga will be left waiting on top of his tower for ever.
Yeah, I guess, chat's starting to talk about what do we need? What do we need to finish this race now? We need Fire Rod for Swamp, and we need a sword for Ganon. That's it.
That is about it, yeah.
Oh boy, okay. Those swords are in very interesting locations overall.
Are they? I have not checked.
Yeah. Decided to take a quick look. We're not going to talk about that. What is Fred doing?
Yeah, we didn't see Maniacal fight Argus, did we?
No.
I doubt anything like Fire Rod. I don't think that'd be a really big.
This is interesting. So I'm gonna say this is a difference of glitch knowledge potentially.
I will defer to you on that.
For you'll see in a moment. But this is really interesting because I took a look at what item that Fred's coming here for. This is gonna lose Fred a lot of time. This is not good. This is 100% a glitch knowledge check, and this is something, if you're gonna play Key Sanity, you need to go learn to not lose time. So here it is, and the item is the big key to Tower of Hera. This whole thing was done to avoid Herapod.
Oh, that is Herapod is essential knowledge on a Key Sanity run.
He must not be confident in his Herapod in a race, and that's unfortunate because that's going to lose a lot of time here.
Yeah, it is.
Meanwhile, doing the turtle room with Hammer, which is always fun.
Yep, smashing turtles and with the lights on, it's always a good time. Lights off, not a good time.
Chet's mentioning there could be something in Big Chest that they want. Very true. Could be something that maybe there's something in Big Chest. I did not look, and I'm not gonna look. I don't want to know what's in there. Please, if the people that do have access to spoiler lock, let's not mention that in chat for our viewers. Maybe that's it. It is possible. It is possible that there's something in that big chest that Maniacal has just skipped so far that he'll need to go back for. That could be huge. Lucian, thoughts on that particular thing?
I'm looking over what we got so far. Maybe a Gans Tower key.
But it could be keys, right? Like, think about it. What do we need? So what are dungeons we haven't done? We can finish Tower of Hera. Swamp we can do, because we have enough keys. We are still missing the Thieves Town small key.
That's true. There could be something in the big chest.
Thieves Town small. Hold on.
There's a fire rod.
Oh, there's fire rod. That helps. There's the fire rod. But, you know, I mentioned swamp or the fire rod was the only thing. We do need the...
We're gonna need at least a Master Sword at some point.
Yeah, Master Sword. It could be a sword. Hey, maybe that's the easiest sword. Maybe the sword that that our left team here needs it. It could be a sword. It could be that small key to Thieves Town, because we need. There's only one of those. We could need it, but that's only if there's something important in the Thieves Town big key. Without that, it's not important, right?
Right.
Because we just avoid the Thieves Town big chest, and then the rest is okay.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of taking the time to get that Hera key at this point would be a sword or another key.
I gotta say, it's gotta be a sword or the Thieves Town small key. Like, those have to be the only possible things. Or, you know, what if there's a sword in the Thieves Town big chest?
That would definitely be a good play.
What if that's the play? What if it's the small key to Thieves Town and the sword is in the big chest and they want to get it along the way?
That would definitely be a nice convenience. Along the way.
Like, that's all I can think of. Like, it has to be one of the two, right? Like, it has to be a sword or the Thieves Town small key to lead to a sword. Because those are the only things at this point you're going to go out of the way for. Those are the only things you need to finish the game.
Yeah, so you're going to need at the very least, one more sword. And there's Maniacal picking up his fire rod.
Yeah, and that's all you need, right? Like, technically, to finish the game, you just... Ooh, Fred got dead rocked.
Nobody likes dead rocks.
Dead rocks are annoying. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Dead rocks are nobody's friend.
No, hold on, Kono, our restreamer here. Chat likes dead rocks. I gotta agree with that, because chat likes anything that runners don't like.
This is true.
Dead rocks are definitely one of the most annoying enemies in the game. They're not the hardest enemies, but they are definitely one of the, if not the most annoying enemies in the game.
I second that. I'm trying to think of who the runner-up in that category would be.
Beamos, maybe?
That or anti-fairies.
Hey, if you have powder, anti-fairies are health.
That's
Here
true.
we go. Hold on. Slapshot's going to show us. Hold on. Maniacal, as I'm trying to speak about what Fred's doing, is about to defeat a boss. So, hey, look. Viddy's dead. But Slapshot about to show us what that big key was worth. All that time to go kill Argus. What is it?
Alright, the hair pod in the first try. And we'll come out here in just a few seconds what that big chest has.
What is it? Chat, let us know. You got like 4 seconds to let us know before we know what it is.
That's the Thieves Town small key, so you're right. There must be something something there.
It's gotta be a sword. It's gotta be a sword. Like,
that's pretty much all that
it can be.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that's left at this point.
That's all it can be. There's nothing else you're gonna go out of your way for at this point in the game.
Maybe he just wants the blue mail really badly. And Moldrum was what, the first boss that Maniacal beat in this scene, so big old difference in approach.
Yeah, fifth crystal going down here for Fred. Only 3 for Maniacal, so gotta mention, remember, both these runners are undefeated. But Maniacal's whole team is undefeated. And it's incoming 4th crystal for Maniacal here. Oh, 4. Sorry, I missed Moldorm. The weird thing is, I know Moldorm was the first kill, but it wasn't lit up enough for me at my angle. It is 2, 4, 5 crystals for Maniacal. Maniacal does have a lead. I will take back what I said earlier. I apologize.
We're about to see that Thieves Town payoff here in a few minutes.
Hey, where? No one's keeping me honest here. No one's telling me I got the wrong one right off the bat. Oh, I mean, actually, our tracker here did help. Okay. So the extra tracker we had a little bit of a delay on the tracker sides on the system. Our tracker has been extremely helpful, and thank you to Professor Pixie, who has been in chat, helping keep me and Lucian in line here with what we've seen and what's going on.
Yeah, tracker is always the unseen force at work in these games.
Look, all us comms, all we gotta do is we have to be able to talk, but our trackers have to have some really good attention, especially in key sanity modes, especially in spoiler key sanity mode. So definitely thank you to Professor Pixie. It is a tie in crystals here. This is gonna be close. So here's the thing though. Fred has that extra small key. They're in the same dungeon. There has to be a sword on the big chest.
Yeah, and if Fred gets an early Master Sword, that might be the difference in how the seed plays out. Having that extra damage for the home stretch.
Oh, I was actually wrong here, and chat's helping me out. Thank you for that. Actually, Fred has finished a pendant dungeon, so Fred's actually a dungeon behind here. No, wait, we're back. We're 5-5.
Well, just gotta be careful. He's playing with 1 heart.
Yeah, 1 heart. The backup pod can be iffy. Getting through here, it's okay. There are at least 2 hearts in the dungeon area of Thieves Town.
Yeah, and those hearts on the way to the not suspicious maiden in the cell bailed me out plenty of times.
So here we go. There's a heart. Oh, we got an extra heart there. Always nice. There are some extra hearts in here. Stun prize is a small heart, so Fred's like full health coming out of here. Here's the difference. Watch this. They're going to go through the same door at the same time. Maniacal is going to go north. Fred's going to go west. Fred's definitely getting a sword.
It is the sword.
It's got to be a sword. It had to be at this point. What else are you going to go to the wave for? Like, Lucian, you're a runner in this tournament. What are you going to go with these items? Would you go out of your way for anything other than a sword? You already have half magic. You already have. You knew where blue mail was, and you ignored it on Fred's side. What else would you go to the way for?
Yeah, not even like a fetch quest item like the shovel or mushroom could lead to a sword, but you're not going to take the extra time to get a fetch quest to get a sword in a high stakes race like this.
Definitely not. I agree. The only possible thing it could be was a sword. There's no other choice. Now, here's the interesting thing. Obviously, the other team here, bottles on empty, which is Maniacal's team. They must know where a sword is. They must know there's another sword somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I can only assume Maniacal and his pilot have accounted for this and have plans in mind.
There must be. Like, at this point, they got the one in the woods. They know they missed the one in Thieves Town. There must be another easy pickup. But here's the thing. If there's another easy pickup, Maniacal may have Master Sword, but Fred could have Temper.
Yeah, and especially against Ganon, Master versus Tempered, that is a big difference maker.
Yeah, it could be a lot easier to fight Ganon on Tempered than Master. Like, that could be a huge thing. So, say it's somewhere along the way. Maybe it's in a dungeon we haven't finished. What have we finished? Maybe it's in Skull Woods. Maybe it's on... Maybe there's a sword on, like, Bothian. Maybe there's a sword under the bridge. Nope, because Fred would have gotten it, and Maniacal's way past it.
Interesting to note as the game is coming close to its end, Maniacal's only playing with 7 hearts at this point.
Oh yeah, no, the hearts are definitely low. What? You know, some of the other thoughts, like, where else could this sword be? It could be in GT. It could be on something weird like Ether Tablet.
Yeah, it's something Maniacal and his pilot definitely have taken into account and had planned for at this point.
For sure, and that is a... No, sorry, I gotta interrupt. Wow, that was a nice Mothula fight.
Yeah, anytime you can just completely wreck Mothula with no resistance, it's always cathartic. Because Mothula has ended many racers over the past several years.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, even the best of us die to Mothula every now and then.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, my practice before a race, if I don't know what I want to practice and I just want to practice something, I will just practice Fighter Sword Mothula because what boss is harder?
Yeah, like there are many top tier players in this game, but like no boss is so RNG heavy like Mothula that even the top tier player can struggle with a boss like Mothula.
Mothula it's the spikes. It's not even the RNG, it's the spikes. It's the fact that, like, spikes absolutely just decide sometimes that, well, we're not going to do... What is Maniacal doing?
Oh, looks like there's probably a sword and pyramid, I'm guessing.
Sword and pyramid?
So that'd be a vanilla sword, wouldn't it? Because golden sword.
It would be. I don't know about that.
Are we? We're going to Uncle? We haven't checked Uncle yet. Are we getting 2 vanilla swords?
No. We checked Uncle. Uncle was glove. Uncle was glove.
Oh, okay. That would have been crazy. 2 vanilla swords and 1 seed.
This must lead there. I don't believe there's a sword in here. I honestly don't believe there's a sword, but there must be something that leads to a sword in here.
A book, so I'm guessing a sword on a tablet, most likely.
Okay, that could be it. Oh, whoa! What if that's its strategy? What if it's on Ether?
That would route nicely. Because
wait! Oh no! But you need a Master Sword for a tablet.
Oh boy, that's a problem.
Oh no, bottles on empty. No. Oh no. That is. Oh no. That's almost definitely their plan, but that's not gonna work.
Oh,
this is bad.
This is gonna be a bad time.
Oh no, this is bad. No bottles! Bottles on empty, don't do this!
Maybe they're going to Turtle Rock for something?
Oh, maybe there's a sword in there.
You know, you go to the, what was it, the compass chest, I think, and That's usually a pretty quick check.
Maybe there's one in the front of Turtle.
But yeah, okay,
Please.
they're going Turtle.
There must be. How deep is it in Turtle Rock, though?
Yeah, that's the, you gotta think about, was it faster to go after the Hera Big Key, or, yeah, the Hera Big Key, or how deep in Turtle Rock is this?
Oh, I mean, unless it's in the first chest, you gotta think that finishing Argus was faster. We were in those sunken chests. Like, Argus was so close. Unless it's in these first few chests, the fire locked or that left side chest, it's gotta be faster to have just gone for the Turtle Rock. Or not Turtle Rock, Thieves Town. So, oh wow, it's not in the front. They're like the bottles went out of their way to get the book. There has to be a sword on Ether.
Yeah, maybe there's a sword in here and there's a sword in Ether, and they're planning on like a little bit of a combo play to get red tempered.
It's gotta be, and you know what? Fred's going for this. Oh, and Fred's got a. I assume Fred's gonna go for the same sword, or maybe they just go for Master. This is a weird difference.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how deep this sword is. Well, assumed sword is.
This is pretty deep. I'm gonna say at this point, it's gotta be the big chest or big key chest. Sorry. Like you wouldn't go that much deeper than this, right? It's gotta be right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
right
like,
here.
yeah, because like
They opened the door.
You wouldn't go to the laser bridge for a sword.
No, the second they open the door, unfortunately, it's gotta be.
And I'm guessing you're probably right, because like you wouldn't go for the book specifically without something in mind this far
No,
in the game.
There's no way you go that far out of your way for Pyramid Fairy just for the book, because I feel like getting the book. Like, there's gotta be an Ether sword.
Link didn't want to be a fighter, he wanted to be a scholar.
Oh! Quick! Oh, we don't have it here. Do we have the big key? Is it in here? We don't have the GT big key. Unfortunately, it's gonna be like 3 because we can't do a game here because it's spoiler. So here's the thing, chat. We do not have the GT big key. Tell us where you think it's gonna be. Not the number. That doesn't help. Where do you think it's gonna be? Give us the location in GT.
That was a nice combo play by Maniacal, grouping those two swords in, what, just a couple minutes apart?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Kono goes, I just looked. Yeah, that's cheating. Our chat wants to. Oh my god, it's tile room.
Well, in a regular seed, this would be a lot more demoralizing.
So I just want to say that the last races I've commentated have had GT Big Key in tile room. If you have me commentate your game next, just check this first.
Now, what Maniacal's doing, I've never actually did it myself, but I've heard about it. If you hold on to the wall while Cape's active, that doesn't drain your magic, correct?
No, it doesn't. As long as you're holding on the wall. It is a great technique if you have Cape in the Ganon fight as well. It is a really, really good way to preserve magic. But man, that is 2 seeds in a row I'm commentating with GT Big Key and Tile Room. I feel bad. I apologize to our runners. But yeah, no, it's definitely a strat. I use it a lot in the GT fight. If you turn on the cape and you hold a wall, you will not drain magic at all. It is a lovely way to preserve magic in that fight. Maniacal definitely has a lead here.
Oh, Fred is bypassing the... Oh, he never got the book in Pyramid, so... Yeah.
Oh, wow. Whoa, where's Fred going? Is there another sword here?
I can only assume the fourth sword, or maybe he's going for that heart container. Nope, looks like he's going deeper. I'm assuming what would be the golden sword for Nike. Never mind.
No, I think Fred's going with Master Sword. This is unfortunate. It really is Maniacal's race now. Maniacal has the better sword, has the lead. It's really going to be up to whether Maniacal is able to complete this before dying here somewhere along the way on the climb.
Yeah, the only real advantage Fred would have at this point is Maniacal's operating on quite a few less hearts.
Not that many less.
That's true, and he has a blue mail, so I guess that kind of averages out.
Yeah, it's like 3 hearts less, but it has blue mail. I think that gives Maniacal more health. Oh, that Zizak just dodged that. Okay, we're good. Ooh. Not on Fire Rod, but Maniacal gets it. This is close. Remember, to our viewers, both these runners are undefeated.
Yeah, so someone's streak is ending tonight.
And Maniacal's team is undefeated as a whole. This is a close race. Sorcerer Finch in chat here, another common volunteer. But Zyzax and GT surely are the elite of the elite of the elite. Yeah, Zyzax like to walk out of your attack for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, Zyzax are master of the juke. That's some fancy footwork by Maniacal there.
Yeah, our tracker there, Pixie, saying that Bottles totally has this. It very well could. Their team may have the continued streak here, but you know, all it takes is something like Jingle Glitch, which didn't happen, some random death up here that could totally turn things. This is close enough that any death could make a huge difference between our runners.
I think actually Jingle Glitch got patched out in the most recent version of the game.
Oh, so it did.
But
I've done it to it too often that that I think of it. But yes, thank you, chat, and thank you to my co-com, Lucian.
Oh, and Fred is getting harassed in the this room of the gauntlet.
As mentioned, well, hey, what if one of our runners accidentally mirrors at the top of GT? It wouldn't be the first time.
And sometimes Ganon can be a fickle being and knock you off.
Oh yeah, I think anyone who's played this game more than a few times has been knocked off by Ganon at least once. And it happens. Now, we are not cursing any team here as commentators. That is a 3-hit. That was a clean 3-hit on Maniacal's side. Very well done.
But you mentioned the Jingle Glitch. I'm sure just the mention of that gives a lot of veteran runners some war flashbacks.
Oh, I've done it more than once. I've done it twice. It is not a fun experience. And there's Aga 2 down on Maniacal's side. Fred at this point is not that far behind. The big thing is this is a Ganon fall separating them.
Yeah, but Master Sword Ganon can be time consuming.
Oh, it definitely can. But, you know, if Maniacal falls in, say, stage 3 or 4, this could totally turn it. Maniacal has the lead, but here we go. There's stage 2. The cape, very smart. Just gonna grab the cape, gonna Beat Ganon. Gonna grab the wall. Not even gonna try grabbing the wall to save magic. Got through it. Fred down with Moldorm.
Maniacal's just cleaving right through Ganon.
Both runners have silvers. We're not going to worry too much about magic in this situation. Okay. One. Gonna go for the... Yep. Gonna go for the double or triple. That's a little too high for the triple. Gonna get the double and gonna get the last hit. Very well done on Maniacal. A little too high for the triple, but definitely high enough to get the pretty quick kill. Does not run into an issue. Maniacal will be crossing this bridge, I hope. For the final cross, Maniacal finishes with a time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 37 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for the win for Maniacal and Bottles on Empty. Maniacal as well as his pilot, Maximum Barnage.
Yes, GG to both the pilot and the racer.
I do just kind of want to mention that the last sword, we got all the swords, didn't we? Actually, we got all 4 swords. Yep, never mind. It's gonna mention something we didn't see, but we saw all 4 swords. But we're gonna take that back because our runners took different swords. And here's the Master Sword fight.
Yeah, you can see the Master Sword fight is a very different beast from the Tempered or...
Oh, that is...
Sword.
Yeah, but like, look at that setup. That's perfect for Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah, that's very...
Silvers.
Very kind of Ganon. Oh, no.
Wait, did we take a death? I looked away for 1 second.
Yep, he died in the face again. Missed the hook shot to the torch. Bat got him on the rebound.
Okay, well, you know, it's hard. If our runners, either one of us, are watching the race time room or even the opponent's stream, because remember, in spoiler modes, you are allowed to watch your opponent's stream. You are allowed to know where they are in the race and what they're doing, so they know that it's over most likely.
Yeah, and the main difference you're seeing with the Master Sword fight against Ganon, the only way to damage Ganon is spin attacks. Sword slashes will not work. Fred is living dangerously with 2 hearts against still about half the fight to go.
Hopefully we are able to get the runners. Oh
no.
If you can keep up, I'm going to try to deal with one thing here.
Oh, I can do it. Thank you. It's like Fred decided was going to see or not.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look. Yeah, no, there's no finish here, unfortunately. And we are joined by our winning team. We are joined by both Maniacal and Maximum Barnage. GG's.
Yeah.
And welcome to the booth.
GG's to It's Mitts. That was whew, I'm so glad y'all stepped up and got a restream on this one. I really appreciate you guys coming in late on the comms volunteering. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just going
always nice to show off some of our players here.
Yeah, this was a killer matchup. I feel like It's Mitts is super strong, especially in this. Like, they have so many more reps than us, and so we just knew our backs were against the wall on this one. Yeah, sorry, I see in the race time chat some stuff from our opponents that I want to respond to, so I apologize for going quiet for a moment.
No problem. It was definitely the really interesting. Hopefully we can get them to join us here. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that, but the really interesting thing is that you both chose different swords as your second sword. Yep. The other team actually went in and grabbed the Thieves Town small key from Argus and pulled their second sword from the Thieves Town big key.
Yeah. There was that was a really tense moment in the seed where I knew we had to go to Waterfall Chest for the Castle Tower key, because the other Castle Tower key was on pedestal. So you had to get it from Swamp. There was no getting around it. And then it was, do I do a fighter sword, a full fighter sword Argus fight, plus going back to Hera, which we had finished, because I routed early just because I needed some parsing time for this nightmare. So going back to doing another mountain climb, going to Hera, getting the small key for Thieves, and then doing Master Sword only versus not doing that and having to do Pyramid Fairy to get the two swords that we did and go into Turtle Rock. And that's that's kind of a coin flip, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go ahead and say that their route was wrong.
No.
When I tuned in after I figured out what was going on and tuned into the restream, I was like, they're crushing us. Like, their route is just much better.
I definitely felt like that finish up into Argus to get that sword really did help them out. I feel like it caught them up a little bit, but you guys were just you wrote it better the rest of the time, and you were just ahead by enough that it didn't make a big enough difference.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to watch this one back, because we felt really disconcerted early by the route. Like, I was going to go in for Hammer Thieves, and then like y'all saw me just like lobby bail to walk over to like get hook shot, and then like eventually chase to boots and commit to the Ice Palace play. But like, I think into Ice Palace, we were still really waffling about the macro route. And I just told Barnage, I said, dude, just like commit to something. Like, I trust the line. It'll be better to just have something that we're coalescing around and to just try and play it as well as possible.
I mean, even up to the point where he was picking up the Waterfall Chest, I wasn't sure whether or not he was going to be killing Argus.
I wasn't either. And I was going to, if like Argus was directly to the sword, but because I'd already been in Hera, I was like, no, I'm not going back into Hera.
The tiebreak for me too.
Yeah, that's definitely a good call on that. Backtracking the Hera.
Yeah, at that point, going back into it would have been quite a bit of time, quite a bit of effort to get that done.
Yeah, but for Hera, I feel like when we did it, we were just trying to like salvage some time to parse. And so like there wasn't really a great reason for us to be in Hera other than the fact that we were on the mountain already. So like if we'd sorted the whole seed, I think that like that was probably the better sword to grab. And then I think you probably, because the Turtle Rock keys weren't hard to get, maybe just do the Turtle Rock big chest on 2 keys for the 3rd sword, depending. Like I feel like that's kind of a wash with GT and Ganon.
Yeah.
Like you save a lot of time in the Ganon fight, plus 7 heart blue mail Master Sword Ganon can go sideways.
I can tell you that your opponents were on Master Sword 10 heart green mail Ganon.
Yeah. I saw in the race time chat that Fred said that he'd taken a couple Ganon deaths, and I was really rooting for him to forfeit it out, because I was super happy to see him forfeit, or to not see him to see him finish it out.
Yeah.
To see them finish yesterday, and just a ton of respect for bouncing back after the first Ganon death and giving it another go, because that is a tough fight. It is a very tough fight.
It definitely it was definitely something to see when they got in there. They had Master Sword. They were taking a little bit of the more risky strat. They did not pick up that blue mail. You picked it up really early. Was there any particular thought process as to why to get that early? Was it just wanting the safety?
Where was it again?
It was in Skull. It was right next to the sword.
Oh yeah, it was right by the sword, and we
really
wanted a sword before Ice Palace, and we needed it to get the Bombos medallion. It wasn't hard to pick up the blue mail there.
Yeah, your opponent, one of you, I forget which team, picked up the sword really early. The other picked it up late. I think you guys picked it up a lot later.
We probably got there pretty late on the sword. I felt like I was swordless for a while, and I obviously needed a sword to use the Bombos medallion in Ice Palace, but I also kind of didn't want to let Barnage send me into swordless ice anyway, so
I was just trying to balance figuring out where to send him, but also searching for items, and I didn't actually find that sword. I would have sent him there when we did that North Dark World route a lot sooner, but it just I couldn't find the swords because I was busy trying to figure out what the hell to do with this, the end game swords,
Yeah.
Bartage, all I can say is that I am another pilot during this week, and I get it. There is so much information in that spoiler log that you're trying to look at, and you have about 30 seconds before your runner starts telling you, where the heck am I supposed to go next?
Yeah.
And there just isn't enough time to look at it to give a proper answer.
I'd honestly be really happy never playing this mode again. I'm
Likewise.
It's it's Link to the Past randomizer, so it's still enjoyable. It is just this mode has my nerves up in a way that they should not be this high.
Yeah.
I have to say that both myself and Lucian and chat was a little worried about you guys going up the mountain. That we were a little worried that you didn't know that sword was there in Turtle Rock, and that you were going to accidentally try to pull Ether Tablet with Fighter Sword.
Nah, he just was like, "Do you want Tempered?" And I was like, I kind of hate Master Sword Gauntlet. Can we?
But it was almost Tempered or nothing, though, right? Because Fighter Sword was the other option.
Well, yeah, you need Master Sword at some point. It's just a matter of you could grab just the Hera Big Chest sword, or the other 3 swords all are kind of comparably bad in this, and you can kind of choose your combination of 1 and or 2 of them. It's kind of malleable.
Master Sword's faster to get, and you can route to it pretty efficiently. But Tempered Sword saves time and takes a little bit of extra work to get. So honestly, it was a coin flip, and what the runner thought they were comfortable with. I do not fault them for making the decision that they did, because we were a split second away from making the exact same decision.
Yeah, I'm not a good enough player to commit to the Master Sword and feel cozy on it, honestly.
Quick question: has it? Because we do have to wrap up very soon, because we do have another race actually starting on this stream. So viewers, do not go anywhere. about 7 minutes, we should be starting our next race on the stream. We do have to give a little bit of setup time to our new team. But how does it feel to you guys as Bottles on Empty? You're undefeated still.
Yeah. I mean, feels good. We have committed ourselves to really trying to participate every week and, bring our best. And I feel like we've put together 8 at least solid races. I've liked the way we've game planned each week. I think we've done a good job of putting a solid representation of our team forward each week. And so I'm looking forward to riding out the rest of the season. It's the Desert Palace division is challenging. There's some great teams there.
Yeah. I mean, it feels good to be 8-0, and just, I mean, GG's to our opponents this week. That they really put up a good fight and had us sweating for both races in a big way.
Yeah, I so much respect to its mitts this week. They put up 2 excellent races, and I mean, this was a spoiler PB for me. And I don't know about Ninjembro, but I think both of the times were some of the faster times that we put up across our practices, just in our work for this week. So, I mean, we showed up, played good races, but like we absolutely needed to. If we falter there, they're going to overtake us and win, which is what you want to see.
I really don't want to cut you off, but is there like any final words? Because we really do need to sign off to allow a little bit of setup time for the next race.
Nope. Just GG's, and thank you so much for the comms and restream, and looking forward to the next race.
Yeah, thank you guys a ton. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. This is actually my first time commentating, so it was a good time.
Awesome. Congrats. It's a fun time.
I got to say, Lucian, thank you for commentating with me. It was a lot of fun being here with you. So I do want to say thank you to you. I hope you had a good time. I do want to say thank you to Professor Pixie, who is tracking for us. Really does help to have those trackers. They are the unsung heroes of our restream. And yeah, I hope you had a good time. Any final thoughts, Lucian, before we sign off?
No, this is a good race, very close, down the wire. It's always fun to see races done that way. That's all I've got.
Well, to all our viewers, I really hope you had a good time watching us. Do not go anywhere. 4 minutes away, we are starting a new race here. Please do stick around. We are going to have a great time with the next race, and hope to see you in 4 minutes.